There it is, guys, by popular demand. Check it out. This is my Traxxas TRX4 Bronco, a 1/10 scale electric off-road trail truck. Look how shiny those tires are. If you guys are fans of the show, you'll know that I already suggest putting WD-40 onto your rubber tires and onto the underside of your drivetrain, your drive shafts, and the bearings, of course, before you go out mudding. That way, when you go to rinse the tires off with the hose later, that mud should come right off there with little effort. The other thing I like to do when I know it's kind of cooler outside is to cover the top of the brushed motor. It's a little bit out of focus there, but that's a 21 turn brushed 550 can. I keep the top of it covered up so we don't have mud that actually slops in from the top. Also, I do have an ess-dual sound system in here. It is waterproofed. I took it apart, sprayed down the chip that's right underneath this control board in conformal coating, which will prevent any kind of water getting to the electronics, as well as I left the speakers without any treatment at all because they are water resistant. So there you go. Are you guys ready to get out? I have a little bit of mud. It's like a freeze and a thaw situation right now, but we'll see if we can get it nice and muddy for you. I'm sure I'm not the only one that had a dad or an uncle that had one of these Ford Broncos or some sort of Chevy K5 Blazer. Traxxas just did a killer job when they came out with this body and the TRX4 in total. Here I promised mud and most of it's all frozen. We'll have to get to the sloppy stuff. Let me ask you, what kind of driver are you? Are you someone that just barrels through everything, or do you love to go super slow like you would if you were in a full size? I haven't been outside my ranch in like 23 days. This is what lockdown looks like for me. Big shout out to all the people in YouTube land right now that are also on lockdown. Yeah, full power. Yeah, straight down and up. Look at that, locked. Oh, down he goes. Oh, just bad driving, not watching. It's a Bronco, it can take it. Round deuce. Let's try that again. Bringing it in, full power. Yeah, straight down into the bounty hole and up the other side. Yes, Bronco power all the way. Very capable in the mud. Look at the tracks from those tires, they're just fantastic. What a crazy pit. I love it. Finally being able to share some mud madness with the viewers who've waited all winter long. Still a little snow, but you know what? It's great to see some mud. And man, this Traxxas TRX4 Bronco looks beautiful with its new paint job, Earth. Guys, thanks a lot for joining me today in RC Adventures. I hope you had a good time. Now I gotta go clean this big fella off. That is what she said. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! So there you have it, my friends, an epic mud run with some nice slow-mo shots through the mud. I love this truck. I always have loved the TRX4. I've done tons of mud videos, everything with the Land Rover, the Ford Bronco. I've even had the tactical unit, which has been discontinued, but check it out. That WD-40, leaving those tires spotless, no real problem. You'll notice that the wheel nut is gone, and one of the last tips and tricks I want to leave for people, because a lot of people ask me about cleaning my RCs and when I'm done. One of the things that's so important, especially if you run across grass, is to clean out the hungry axle. And what do I mean by that? Look at this. If you check in, if I can get some light in there, there it is. So behind this hex adapter is a whole bunch of grass. If you don't actually clear that out, what happens is that grass is going to start to rust the axle and the bearing that's on the inside of the housing. So you want to make sure to take that off and clean that out of all 4 tires before you go to lubricate. Now, if I'm going to be lubricating, I usually use a dry film lubricant after a run like this. And what I'm going to do is basically, here, let me take the top off. I did flush the motor, don't worry, I know the tape is still there. But really, all I'm going to be doing is the bearings as well as the drive shafts. I'm going to leave the motor alone. Everything else will be good to go. My friends, thank you so much for joining me in today's RC adventure. Hopefully it was a muddy, mucky request fulfilled for my friends out there that love the Traxxas Bronco. And we will see you in the next episode of RC Adventures. Go out and have fun, guys, or stay in, build an RC. There's so much to do with this hobby.